Everybody, oh no, we've got a crash.
Scott McLaughlin. And we were talking earlier about Guerrero back in '92. The one thing you don't want to do is to have your race ended before it's even begun.
It is over.
Sorry, bud. It's okay. Don't stress about it. That's all right. We're okay.
Jim Meyer, here's what happened with Scotty Mack.
We ride on boards with McLaughlin warming his tires. Oh no. Oh no. Warming his tires, swerving just to put some temperature into the rubber and just loses it. Sensational start for the rookie, Robert Schwarzman. Pato O'Ward topped up underneath him already. And O'Ward has a look to the outside into turn one, but Schwarzman will lead the field from the pole.
Side by side back there, Alex Palou going around Rosenquist. Puff of smoke still out of the back of Scott Dixon. As side by side they are, a crash and one.
Marco Andretti got together with Marcus Armstrong. There's Andretti in the 98 car. Andretti into the wall. Let's see what happened to Marco all the way in the back.
5 wide there. Yeah, he gets hit by Jack Harvey. And then Armstrong, just an innocent bystander. Marco tried to hang on to it. It's so tough.
Marcus did well to keep out of that.
Looked to me like maybe the 23 of Ryan Hunter-Reay moved up a little bit, got into his teammate Harvey, and that's what forced Harvey high as we get a late shot here of Marco trying to save it. He was sideways, thought he might get it.
On board as we see Andretti spin and in the wall.
Luckily, Palou's able to clear him. Rossi comes to pit lane. Terrible luck for Rossi, who was having a great day.
We're going to have to diagnose this. This is going to be a minute here, so we'll do a stop here. We're going to have to take a look at it.
Kevin.
That's Tim Broyles talking to Alexander Rossi right before you guys noticed things. He said it's getting really loose. We're wondering, is this a gearbox issue? Remember, they lost some water during the final practice, and they've now just told him to shut it off and get a fire extinguisher out.
Yeah, they lost the water pump on carb day. As there's
fire! There's fire all over the car. Fuel had gone out. And fire down on pit lane. It's something you never want to see. Rossi out of the car as flames engulf the number 20 ECR. And that is Rossi's day over, and he is furious with a race which had looked to be coming to him.
You saw that's another fuel leak?
No, you saw it.
The
fuel hose came out, tons of fuel poured out onto the side of the car, and as soon as they were talking about taking off the bodywork, I was worried that it might catch fire. Mike Miller, the fueler,
separate
gets
issues.
sprayed down. Hope everything is okay there.
Worrying scenes down on pit lane.
Peel it off.
Which is sprayed after a fuel stop.
So this is after the fuel leak.
You see Mike now on fire himself. He's trying to put out the car. His hands have caught fire.
And the fuel probe was on the other side of the pit wall, James. It was still burning from the residual fuel. As Rossi, understandably disgusted.
And Rossi will have had no idea what was going on with his crew at that time or with his fueler. His frustration with his race over, but now his concern will be, of course, for his team.
I'm sure there aren't any other burns, but he said, I'm okay.
And that is good to hear.
A spin in pit lane.
Oh,
got a spin in pit lane.
There's a crash.
That's
into
VK.
The wall.
That's VK.
VK was coming into the pits. We talked about the alternate strategy. He was on a slightly different one. And game over. Race-ending damage.
Yes, no brakes at all.
Oh.
No brakes.
That is a scary thought. VK saying no brakes, trying to come into the pits, slowing down from 220 miles an hour down to 60. That's the speed limit here at IMS.
Destroyed as we take a look at it. Just loses the back of the race car violently.
What on earth is going on at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway today? We have seen it all.
I mean, he had brakes, James, but maybe they were out of balance. It looked like too much rear bias potentially.
Big changes have happened on pit lane as it opened under caution. Here's a look at what happened to the race leader. Towards the rear left, starts to spin it.
How about Robert Schwarzman? Watch the 83,
no!
goes in hard.
Oh no!
Like a bowling ball, takes out 4 members and the fueler. We will hope that everybody's okay.
Oh, that's horrible.
But we talk about a rookie in Indy, and James, there's no way to practice for what Robert Schwarzman just had to deal with.
Lucas gets up on the inside as Palou gets squeezed and Palou drops back.
How did we get through that? That was some heads-up driving from Palou on back. It's, oh, we got a spinner. Kyle Larson.
No. Larson hits Simpson.
I think Stingray Rob may have been caught up in that as well.
It is game over for Larson, and that is the double. Done and dusted.
Palou had to get on the brakes, slow it down. You see Kiffin Simpson in the wall in the number 8 machine. AMR safety team on the scene. You see a thumbs up coming out of the cockpit.
And that's good to see.
I thought we hit
for Simpson. Oh, there's someone else.
I think that's Stingray Rob.
That is Stingray. You're right.
Ooh.
That is Stingray Rob, who has gone into the tire barrier on the left-hand side of the track. Not often you see a driver end up down there. So let's take a look at this from the outside. There goes Larson to the bottom. A little wiggle, and it just goes.
He just lost it in the short chute on the entrance to 2, and Kiffin Simpson almost got around.
Stingray Rob did avoid contact, but got up in the gray, cranked the wall. That would have bent the suspension. Then you see the car just pitch left. Nothing the driver could do at that point along for the ride.
Let's look again here at real speed.
At the bottom, the top.
The right rear toe link, and at that point, he's a passenger, as we'll take a look from Kyle Larson on board.
Oh, he downshifted.
Oh, no.
Third gear, you're at the top of third gear. That was a downshift he did not need.
Downshift just adds torque to the rear tires on board with Marcus Ericsson having reported. You see the car spinning. It's so hard to know which way to go in that moment. He kind of just held steady, didn't make anything, no sudden moves. Here's on board with Stingray Rob now, outside of Larson on the restart, down the front straight, but Larson's going to have that massive toe to his left. Stingray kind of out on his own. That's the 66, I believe, of Armstrong on the outside.
Oh, Larson fires it right back in. And now watch this, Larson's going to slow up and then grab that fateful downshift that kicks him sideways.
Oh. And it looks almost like he reacted to Larson spinning alongside him, trying to get him just a little or two more.
Oh, you rarely see cars get down into that wall. That's a hard impact, even though it's a relatively slow pace for an Indycar.
It was just in his peripheral vision, as though he just saw Larson coming towards the side of his car in the rear view mirrors, and just reacted to that, and that inch or two. In his hands, it is now or never for Marcus Ericsson, but Palou has the lead, Palou has the advantage. He told us coming into this weekend, if I don't win the Indy 500 in my career, it will be a career unfulfilled. He had, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Palou will win for validation, vindication for Alex Palou.